Hello everyone, REM here, and welcome back to another episode of Not Dinosaur Days, because today we are not talking about a dinosaur. We're talking about Erythrosuchus. Erythrosuchus means red crocodile, and that name shares the same root as the word erythrism, which is the condition of an animal to be excessively red in their pigment and coloration. This can be due to things like diet. If an animal eats things that are full of red minerals or pigments, they may turn a more reddish color, or it can be the result of a genetic mutation on melanin or pigment-producing cells, like albinism is. That might not directly relate to this animal, but you guys know how much I love root word connections, plus erythrism is a lesser-known genetic mutation affecting pigment, and it's really cool to learn about. Now that I've explained the first part of this name, let's move on to the second. We all know that suchus means crocodile or crocodilian, and we've had plenty of crocodilians, or almost crocodilians, in this series. But plot twist, this isn't technically one of them. Erythrosuchus was an archosauriform, and we've learned across this series that a suffix of -iform, or form, means that it was adjacent to maybe the classification, but not quite in there. So this animal being an archosauriform means that it was part of the bigger umbrella that included archosaurs, which did eventually include dinosaurs and crocodilians, but Erythrosuchus was not exactly under that Archosaurus umbrella. And this does actually make quite a bit of sense. Erythrosuchus existed in the early Triassic, meaning it existed at a time where dinosaurs and other archosaurs were still kind of finding their footing and evolving. This doesn't necessarily mean that Erythrosuchus and animals like it were a pre-evolution of dinosaurs and crocodiles, but more that they were in a separate but adjacent family that happened to exist first. If I was a very, very, very early dinosaur, I would definitely not want to tussle with this thing. It was a tank, somewhere between 8 and 16 feet long, and known to be exceedingly robust based on the way that their fossils and fossil structures are lined up. It's also specifically known that Erythrosuchus had a really big head-to-body ratio. This thing put all of its stat points into biting, and you can tell. But don't make fun of his bobblehead. This animal really is a reminder that even before dinosaurs really evolved into the apex predators we know and love, there were apex predators before them, and sometimes those predators would have been even more powerful than the dinosaurs that came after them. And that should remind you to smile.